Hey, what's up, you guys? This is WD3, and this is your Hill Report Daily Marketing Tip. We are here at Sunday. Definitely a great time to reflect, a great time to anticipate, just a great time to rest, and definitely let that hope develop for next week. Your hope stems on having a good plan. Your hope stems on being ready to take action to execute that plan. And that is something uh, that is a good part of life. Also, shout out to the businesses that are in the Hill Report. Um, we appreciate all of you. You guys make it happen. You guys keep the community going. Um, I was just talking to a good friend, and she was talking about how she has a business idea that she wants to develop. And I thought that was really cool because more people, even working people, this lady works two jobs. So her light bulb is turning on. She was exposed to some people who were in a certain industry, and she's got the spark to do that herself uh, with her tax money. That's very smart. Um, you can change your life with a windfall. You can change your life with a tax return. Those types of things are brilliant. Um, I remember years ago, I started a cleaning business off of my tax return. So those are some of the things that you do whenever you are kind of weaning yourself off of the grind because it really gets to you and you really want to get into a different grind, learn something new, get a little more freedom in your life and a relaxation. So business is hard, but having that thought in your head, it could really pay off for generations to come. So that's pretty awesome. I was glad to hear that this morning. Um, what I wanted to talk to you guys about uh, today was how you're starting to see it. Yeah, you're starting to see it. The reality of business, the reality of life, the reality of anything that you set out to do is that it's going to be tough at first. Even with business partnerships, and when you have the wrong impression of what the beginning is going to be, you are more likely to quit. A real outlook on the beginning of business, it really looks like the toughest time you probably are going to have. It's going to be really tough, really rough. You're not going to have a lot of support. Um, you're you're going to get a lot of pats on the back, but you're going to have to create that real uh, foundation for yourself through hard work and perseverance. That's step number one. But once you have a real sense of what to expect, uh, you're starting to see it because you're like, things are getting easier for you because you notice that, hey, I didn't quit through the tough times. I had a good business coach that told me that you're going to have the toughest, roughest time. You're going to have the most opposition right in the beginning. But once you start to show a little more success, once you start to see it like you're starting to see it, you're going to see that more and more people come on board. Uh, more and more people refer you to other people. um, More and more people start to respect what you have going on. You can't start that hamburger chain today and think that people are going to look at you like In-N-Out and McDonald's. You have to earn that respect over time. You have to be really fiscally responsible. You have to make sure you keep the place clean. You have to make sure that you have provisions for your employees, or if you're a shopkeeper, you got to make sure that you stay on top of your game, stay on top of your customer service. Every day you're checking your attitude to make sure that you're not passing along that beginning tough anxiety to your customers. Starting a business is a really, really tough sled at first, especially when you're excited about your grand opening and then no one comes. But you have to be excited about the grand opening. You have to be. You have to be excited and happy for yourself that you actually had a thought in your head and you came through with it. Once you start to trust yourself, don't expect for others to start to build that trust for you until you start to trust yourself first. But you're starting to see it because you know that you get up every single day and you run your system. Yes, I think one of the first things you need to do is create a system. Now, that system's going to change once you start applying it, because you're going to have new variables that come up and you're going to be refining that system all the time. But if you want to start a business, before you even get a business license, before you even get a building, before you even hire employees and buy signs and stuff, what you need to do is write down a system. Say, Monday, these are what the things I'm going to do on Monday. Tuesday, this is what I'm going to do on Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, this is what I'm going to do on each one of those days. These are the tasks that I want to accomplish on each one of those days. Once you find yourself day after day accomplishing those tasks, once you do those things day after day, week after week, you're going to see, like, okay, what if I took this task from Monday and did this on Tuesday? What if I took this thing on Wednesday and did that on Monday? I think that'll go a lot better. You start to refine your system, because that's called experience. Through experience, you gain knowledge, you gain wisdom. You start to understand what it really is going to look like once things get a little further down the road. And that's a good thing. That is so positive. You would have never known what you really needed to do on your task list and in your system unless you started running it. Once you see that your system works, your system brings consistent growth, your system sustains itself within the business, you can start to expand. You can start to do different things. I was watching an episode of Good Times, the old sitcom, and James was fixing fixing things, and Bookman, the building manager, he was coming through and kind of throwing a monkey wrench in the whole business thing till James exploded. But it was good to see um, how even in good times, business was the spark. Business was the idea that gave people hope to get out of their project situation, because that is the way that people build generational wealth. That is the way that people start to advance themselves. And you learn so much when you become responsible for yourself. You learn so much about yourself. You start to respect yourself so much. It's not so hard to get up in the morning because you have a different outlook on your day. But you're starting to see it because you're starting to get some months and some weeks up under your belt running that system. Even a lot of you who get into sales very new, um, you're working you're working for yourself, but you have a sales team and a support team around you. But you still feel like, hey, you're out there on an island and you got to run a system. A lot of times they have a system already in place for you, but run that system and start to refine it for yourself, and you'll start to see that you become a different person. You change, you grow, and you start to understand what it takes to advance to the next level. Um, I'm just really feeling uh, great today to get this information to you guys, and I'm glad you're starting to see it. This is WD3, and this is your Hill Report Daily Marketing Tip. Keep going, go get some sales.